She gives, or at least she gave, to an ever-growing number. She was an early riser, slow to slumber, unless she was in her chair. Her hair? Well, by the time I came along, most of it sat on the dresser. But pictures tell me of his luster. I wonder what she would say about the state of this world, what advice she would give to this poor young girl, how she would answer my questions, or maybe question my answers, if she would think the choices that I've made are right. She gives, or at least she gave, to anyone who knocked at for A. I mean food, clothing, laundry soap, a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, love, hope. I cope, but I don't pretend to be healed. You see, I can hear the knocks at her door still. Most of them at that time were from Miss Meja, asking to borrow things that she could not possibly return, like body wash and cold cuts. And one time she even asked to borrow her cigarette butts. Anything she could see, even the candy in the dish. And we wished that she would tell this woman to leave, but she didn't. She listened. She never interrupted. She never judged. She gives, or at least she gave. To all of us the same. She came, she saw, she conquered. She was a force. Even when she was silent, she spoke. Even when she was eating, she was cooking. And when her head was turned, she was still looking. I bet young girls like her inspired Martin and Malcolm when they were boys. She was born in the middle of the Great Depression, but brought the world so much joy. She is, or at least she was. And I don't really know which tips to use because her presence is still so present. You see, I cry often, but the tears are not for me. Although I miss her, I got to have her, got to hug her, got to hold her, got to kiss her. I cry for you because you never got to say her name. I cry for Aiden, I cry for Nia, I cry for Shane because they never got to see her face. I cry for all who will share my bloodline, and sometimes I cry because we need her. Because I need her. She was my friend. She is and she was my confidant. She is and was like none other. She is my grandmother. She gives, or at least she gave. She is, or at least she was. She did, and she still does, because through me, she lives.